to the second in a series of videos which Rotary and the Vale are producing to showcase some of the projects and charities we are supporting. Today, Sandy Capaldi, our president, is going to tell us all about the Evesham Tapestry project. Hello.
Hi Dee.
So, where did the idea for the tapestry come from?
Well, the idea was seeded quite a few years ago actually, while I was on tour with my husband playing different theatres all over the country. And there are a couple of theatres up north where they had displayed in the foyer work that school children had done about the history of their town, and it was just so charming. It was lovely, and it was on all the walls around the foyer. There were paintings, there were little bits of embroidery, all sorts of that depicting the history of their town. And at the time I thought, what a great idea, you know, somebody should do that for Evesham, because we've got a pretty good history. I didn't realise then just how rich our history was. So that was seeded in my head. It left a little seed in my head, and it thought about it on and off for years. And then probably about 2 years before lockdown, I started researching the history of the town with a view of maybe creating this somehow, starting it. I didn't have an idea how at the time, but lockdown sort of kicked it up a notch or two, because during lockdown we'd sent out an appeal for different fabrics so that we could make safety gear and masks and things for our health workers. Well, I was absolutely inundated with fabrics, embroidery, cottons, everything to do with haberdashery, so I could open a textile factory in my front bedroom at the moment. So then I thought, at the end of lockdown, beginning of the end of lockdown, I thought this would be a good time because we've got fabrics and things we could do it with. So I took the idea to my local Rotary, and they came on board with it. They thought it was a good idea. We weren't quite sure how we'd start it really, but I said, well, let's send out an appeal and see what happens. So that's what we did. Well, it really lit a spark. It really lit a spark. So many people wanted to get involved. We had schools, scout groups, community groups, all sorts, and just generally ladies who just wanted to do something to come and help. So that's what we did. So and it all started from there, and it just went on, and it's grown and grown, and we come in every Wednesday, the ladies, to work on it. So it's great. It's been fabulous.
You must have been delighted with the response you got from the local community.
Well, I was blown away actually. It was absolutely brilliant. They're all so helpful. They were phoning up, asking, do you need any more fabric? No, I've already got a bedroom full of fabric. But there are a few people we need to thank, because they've been brilliant in helping out. Carmel Langridge, who's the chair of Evesham Historical Society, has been a great help with the knowledge she's got of the history of the town. The Abbey Trust have been fantastic. You know, we come into their office every Wednesday to do the work, and they've been so helpful with all the history of the Abbey. Also Mick Hurst, who's been a big help. You know, he said, anything of mine you want to use for your tapestry, you have permission. And also Ashley at the Almonry Museum, they've been a big help. So it's all come together just wonderfully, and everybody's so excited about it. It's just brilliant.
Fantastic. So when can people come along and see the finished article, and where?
Well, we're aiming to finish it at the end of January, and we're going to have the great unveiling an exhibition in the All Saints Church in Evesham. The Vicar of Evesham, Andrew Spear, has very kindly given us permission to do that. So, and then people will be able to come and see it. There'll be no charge. We will ask if anybody really likes it just to give us a donation to help with our community projects and charities. So we have high hopes that it's going to be very well received. We've worked very hard on it. There's a lot of love gone into it, so I'm sure people will really, really be impressed with the work that the ladies have done.
And I understand other communities have asked if they could have it displayed in their area.
Yes, actually, the other towns have got to hear about it, and they've got in touch and said, when it's finished, do you think we could display it in our church or our hall or whatever? And I said, well, of course, yeah. So, we may be going on tour. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Get to see a bit of the country again.
So how will people know if it's coming to a town near them?
It will be very well advertised. Yeah, it will be very well advertised. There'll be a big splurge.
And radio,
yes,
involved?
we have Hereford and Worcester, BBC Hereford and Worcester Radio got in touch last year basically and said when it's finished we'd like to come and do a live interview and recording for the radio, which was great. And hopefully, we might even get on maybe Midlands Today, or that's the aim. Yeah, on TV, get it out there, definitely. It's all for a very good cause, so hopefully, which is very much needed these days.
Absolutely.
What we're going through at the moment, different charities and people need help, so that's our aim.
Wonderful.
To raise lots of funds to be able to do that for people.
Well, thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Dee.
And keep your ears and eyes open to see if it's coming to a town near you. Thank you.
We are at the moment at the Evesham Abbey Trust Hub, where we meet every Wednesday to work on the Evesham Tapestry, which is going absolutely fabulous. We've got lots of lovely ladies working on it, and the work they do is brilliant. I have Lucy here beside me, who's done an absolutely amazing cross-stitch of Eof seeing the Virgin Mary. So I'm going to just ask her a few questions of how long she worked on it and what the inspiration was. Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
Lucy, is that your own design that you did for?
It is,
it's
yes.
your own design.
I had actually done one for myself at home, which was much bigger, 2 foot by 3
I've seen
foot.
that, it's wonderful.
But this is variation on the theme. It's not exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do something with pigs, so I went up to the farm park and they had the equivalent of an Iron Age pig, which is a cross between a wild boar and a Tamworth pig. So the piglets come out pink and orange and stripy.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And the mother is greyish.
Yeah.
So the actual pig is lilac.
Yeah. I mean, the piece is absolutely fantastic. The cross stitch, they're tiny, so tiny. How long did it take you to complete it?
I reckon it took about 400 hours.
400 hours? Oh, wow. That's dedication, isn't it? Gosh.
Sometimes I just got carried away and did 6 hours.
Oh wow, what, straight
food in between, yes.
Goodness me. Well, it is absolutely fabulous. And you've done a couple of other things as well, haven't you? What are the
Yes,
other
I
things you've
did
done
a
for us?
cross stitch, much smaller, but land girls picking apples in an orchard.
That's right, yeah.
And again, pigs came in because I did Gloucester Old Spot, picking up windfalls.
Yeah.
And then I did a river scene with all the animals and birds that you find around
that
the river.
river scene is fabulous. It's so delicate, the stitching in it. It's so delicate, it's beautiful.
And then the last one was the marriage of Princess Eugenie to the Duke of Bourbon, all in their fancy, I think, going away clothes.
That's another stunning piece. I mean, we did
he's
have
in uniform, so it's lots of gold.
Yeah, we didn't actually know the colour of the uniform, did we?
No,
because
somebody kindly found something, gave something.
We just had a black and white picture to work from, and we're trying to see, wonder what the colours are. So we got in touch with Ashley at the Almonry Museum, and she's got a gentleman there who knows all about military uniforms and things, and he actually got a photograph with the colours of the uniform on. So we already knew the colour of the dress, really, didn't we, I think?
I don't know where we got the idea from.
No, I think it was. So all those colours are historically right. So, but that's a fabulous piece as well. So I can't wait for everybody to see it, for it to be finished and everybody see it. Yeah. So it's very impressive. Very. So, thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.
And thank you for all your hard work. Really appreciate it.
Enjoyed it.
All right. Hi, at the moment, sat beside me, I have another lovely lady, Natalie. Natalie, tell me what your title is.
So I'm the Community Engagement Worker for Evesham Abbey Trust.
Very nice. So Natalie is always here in the Abbey Hub. Have a lot of fun, chat about the tapestry, share ideas, and we are doing this in collaboration with Evesham Abbey Trust, who've been so helpful. They've been fantastic. So Natalie, tell me what you thought when you first heard about this idea. What did you think of it?
So when you first approached me about the idea, Sandy, it was just as we were going through that stage of coming out of lockdown, and when you sort of spoke about it being this big community project, but it being something that people could work together on, but also work at home individually and still feel like they were part of a project. It was actually very exciting to hear your ideas, hear where your inspiration had come from, and then just really pleased that we managed to get it up and off the ground and up and going, and that the Tapestry group have met regularly ever since.
What do you think of the ladies, how they've developed?
Oh, the ladies. The ladies.
We're going to grass you up big time now, ladies.
The ladies have kept me on my toes, but it's been wonderful. So every Wednesday when they come in and just listening to them talk and sharing tips and ideas, it's a proper little community which has come together, and everyone seems to look like they're enjoying it and being part of the group. But it's just nice, something to look forward to every week, and then see the progress of the tapestry.
Yeah, it is great because the dynamics, I mean, we're all very different, but the dynamics of the group is absolutely brilliant. 2 or 3 of the ladies, when they first came, they were sort of a bit worried, because I said, well, are you a beginner, are you intermediate, are you very experienced at needlework? And 2 of the ladies said, we're not even beginner standard yet. So I said, that's fine. And it's actually challenged them, because they have sort of got to do a lot more work than they thought they could do.
Yes, and I was really surprised, same as what you've just said, when people came in and said, oh, I'm not even at beginner level, and the quality of the work which is being produced has just blown me away. The detail, the individual styles, and the fact that they are sharing tips and improving on their own techniques every week as we go through. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, I think what is particularly great about our tapestry is all the different types of needlework we're doing. We've done cross stitch, embroidery, applique, felting, weaving, black stitch. It's all on there, and that makes it actually quite different to a lot of other tapestries, embroideries that you may see. It really is very, very interesting, and every little, as you walk along it, every little piece will grab you, I think. So we're really pleased with it. So Nat, tell us a bit more about the Abbey Trust and what Abbey Trust is up to, and why they thought this would be a good idea to support it.
So the Evesham Abbey Trust was set up to sort of restore the ruined walls which are over on the Evesham Abbey site. And part of our remit is to do some community work so that people are engaged with the history of the Abbey and they understand what work we're doing as a trust. So when you approached me about this Evesham Tapestry, which was very much focused on sort of what people feel is their history of Evesham, we felt it was really important to be part of, because Evesham Abbey used to be one of the 3rd richest and powerful abbey before it was dissolved, and it was really key and central to the community of Evesham, and it's just wrapped around in the history and the stories which people tell, and to be able to have a little bit of that history depicted on the tapestry we felt was really important to be part of.
Yeah.